one thing, putting pressure on the perineum or even on the urethra it's almost like squeezing a hose. If you increase the pressure, it increases the force of the fluid or water or whatever it is coming out.
But as far as conception, you would also, there's a lot of things that go into conception: motility, morphology of the sperm cell, right? Jen?
Right, and ejaculatory force is not one of the criteria we actually looked at for male factor infertility, but it is important.
Right. And I think lifestyles, we always mention, Dr. Berman, a healthy diet, exercise, can improve not only your overall health, but the health of your sperm. So.
And your sexual health and your potency and everything else, absolutely.
Well, Dr. Berman, as always, we thank you for joining us.
Bye, Jen.
And speaking of private parts, I want you to take a look at this next question. This is about keeping them clean.
Whenever I stay over at my boyfriend's place, it's always so frustrating because he never has any soaps that I can use. So I'm wondering, can I use facial cleansing cloths to clean up? I hope this doesn't sound dumb, but can I use these on my private parts?
I think this is an appropriate question because sometimes, let's face it, we may not feel so fresh down there, but you don't have either access to a shower, whether you're out camping or you just worked out and you don't have that ability. In most cases, it's probably fine to use one of these towelettes to clean off down there. Having said that, I would go with the ones that are fragrance-free because, as we all know, you can get an allergic dermatitis, irritation. These facial wipes that are meant to remove makeup, you probably don't need that down there because, again, as far as I know, most people don't wear makeup down there.
I don't know, but that's actually for women. You want to make sure it doesn't have acne treatments on it and it doesn't have any perfume. Really, really sensitive area. Otherwise, you'll give yourself a lot of bacterial or fungal infections. So, and then make sure you dry, dry really well afterwards.
I probably wouldn't use the antibacterial wipes. Women and men may think, well, I'll just wipe away all the bacteria.
Just good bacteria.
And it's going to dry out your skin down there, and these antibacterial wipes do not prevent STDs, for the record.
Yes.
Right.
Very important.
Someone may think that. So, all right. Well, shall we?
We shall.
Pull one?
Absolutely.
No stupid questions box?
No stupid questions. All right, what is the difference between the stomach flu and food poisoning? Excellent question. Yeah. Excellent question. Stupid question.
Well, I think in medicine, what you learn once you go to medical school is so much of medicine is semantics. Really, you're talking about the same thing. There really is there's no word in medicine, there's no term stomach flu. Right. Stomach flu does not really exist in our parlance. It's a layperson term.
It's not influenza.
Right, so any GI illness, gastroenteritis, lay people will call it the stomach flu. And this gastroenteritis can be caused from either food poisoning or a virus. We don't always know the cause, but that's what everyone in the lay public will call stomach flu. It's really, it can be the same thing as
flu. It could be the same. Symptoms are very similar. You just feel like crap, vomiting, diarrhea. But if it's an infection caused by a stomach virus, that's one thing. Or if it's caused by a food you ate, that's another thing. And I've found usually the food poisoning tends to be, it's bad, but it tends to go away pretty quickly. Maybe within 24 hours, you start to feel better again.
It goes away quicker, but I think it's worse symptoms.
You're sicker while you're sick.
You feel pretty sick.
But it's not, the thing is, food poisoning, the food is not what's poisoning you. It's some bacteria in that food.
So it's all
raw meat, so it is all infectious.
Whether it's just a bacteria or a virus and how quickly you get better.
And this may be too much information for people, but when we talk about viral gastroenteritis, that's where we talk about, if you go use the toilet, you have this virus in your system, you have diarrhea, then I go use the toilet, touch the handle, touch my lips, then I get it. Food poisoning, yes, it's usually from some sort of bacteria in the food, but you're not passing it from touching things, you're passing it from actually eating the meat or raw eggs.
And in kids especially, it's important, if you do have that, it's important to stay hydrated. And, oftentimes kids will be thirsty and will want to just gulp down a bunch of liquid, and that makes it more likely to just throw it all back up again. So you want to do slow, small sips frequently, like popsicles, ice cubes, things like that. Will keep them from taking too much sippy cup.
Easiest way to avoid food poisoning, just make sure your food is thoroughly cooked. Don't go away. It's more of your questions when we return. None of them are stupid.
be the dumbest question ever, but why do we have 2 kidneys and only 1 liver?
Closed captioning provided by
Bliss, new cold and allergy lip soother with honey, green tea, and vitamin C. It won't stop sniffles, but it really comforts lips. Discover Bliss. Discover Blistex. Vitafusion calcium gummies. The benefits of
a song by Paul Beckman, popular song. The song is going to be called Why Do We Have 2 Kidneys and 1 Liver? Using the guitar chords F, C, and D minor. Hi there, I'm going to sing a song. Hello. Okay, again, today happens to be the 10th of February, 2012. There we go. Oh, why do we only have 1 liver? Oh, why do we have 2 kidneys? Oh, why do we have 1 of one and 2 of the other? Well, I think we're gonna find out the answer soon. Hey, the doctors are gonna tell us why we have 1 and we have 2. Why not 3 and 4 and 6 and 8 and 702? Well, are you ready? On the edge of your seat, gonna find out a secret that is truly sweet. Here we go. Here we go. Well, here we go now. Go now. Well, here we go. Well, I've been waiting all my life to find out. Now someone's asked the question, they popped it out. I'm gonna find out why you got only 1 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Da 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 da.
at our next one.
This might be the dumbest question ever, but why do we have 2 kidneys and only 1 liver?
One word, evolution. So your vital organs, like your lungs, your heart, your pancreas, brain, liver, they're not only vital to life, but they're vital to one another. And anthropologists say it's a very ancient system. It's not unique to humans. And it is all about evolution because the organ systems that we find in most animals, they contain 1 heart, 2 lungs. But sometimes animals, earthworms, have 5 heart-like structures. And anthropologists say the 1 heart, 2 lung system, that began maybe 300 million plus years ago when animals first moved from the sea to land to help them escape predators.